What's up guys, it's the NJB, and today we're going to be talking about Real Madrid this season. I'm going to be talking about how they've improved, some positives, and what I still think needs to improve. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So overall, Real Madrid are doing a lot better this season than last, and as a Madrid fan, I'm pleased to see finally that we are level with Barcelona. In the beginning of the season, Madrid made a lot of signings in the summer, which fans, including myself, have been long hoping for, with the likes of Militao, Ferland Mendy, Rodrigo, Luka Jovic, and Areola on loan, and the biggest signing of them all, Eden Hazard. But based on what we have seen this season, these players have not really delivered so far. The only player to really show his worth is Rodrigo. Other than that, the others have been hit or miss. Mendy is probably the second best player so far, and every time he plays, he gives it his all, and it seems like he can really hold down that left back position. But the main issue with him this season are his injuries. So far, he has missed 4 games through injury, and he has not played as often as most people would have hoped, which I would assume this is because of fitness issues, but every time he has played, he has been fantastic, especially in El Clasico. Other than Mendy and Rodrigo, Militao, Luka Jovic, and Eden Hazard have all underperformed. Militao seems fairly unreliable in the back in my opinion, and I can see why Zidane does not play him too often. This could be due to him not getting enough playtime, but he has not yet had a game in which he has shown how good he can really be. Jovic has also failed to deliver a good performance, having only scored 1 goal in 12 games. This could also be due to a lack of playing time he is receiving under Zidane, but from my point of view, he doesn't even look too interested in making a difference on the pitch. He doesn't make enough runs and does not seem to get involved enough. As for Areola, he is similar to Mendy and Rodrigo, in which he has played well for Madrid every time he's gotten the opportunity. My only problem is that Zidane seems to give Courtois all the playing time despite not having proven his worth, and Areola has not been given time to get in form. Other than that, he has been worth the loan so far. Now that just leaves Hazard, and honestly, I think he has been a waste of money. Before, I stated I would have preferred Sadio Mane or even Depay, and that Hazard is not as good as everyone made him out to be, and so far, I have not been wrong. Only 1 goal in the league and 2 assists in both the league and Champions League across 13 games and 12 starts, it is safe to say that Hazard has been a flop so far, especially when you factor in the €100 million price tag. As for the team performances, Madrid has improved a lot compared to this point last season. By the midway point in the 18-19 season, Madrid had already lost 6 games and were 4th in the league compared to this season's 1 loss and joint first with Barcelona. They have also improved in the UCL, with only losing the opening game against PSG versus the last season losing both fixtures against CSK Moscow. Now, aside from pure stats, in terms of how Madrid looks, they seem a lot more fit and confident than last season, and they are much more entertaining to watch, but they are still not the Real Madrid we have gotten used to seeing. Even though they have improved, I cannot help but think they are only doing better because Barcelona is also having issues of their own, as well as Atletico having a poor campaign so far. For me personally, I used to enjoy seeing Ronaldo, Marcelo, Ramos, Isco, Modric, and other players whenever I watched the Merengues play, but now those players have either left the club or they are way past their prime. Madrid is doing better, but their UCL performances prove that compared to other top European sides, they still have much more to improve before they can reach the levels they reached when they were dominating Europe a few years ago. And I really am concerned on how they will play against City in February. I also feel like Zidane does not know his strongest starting 11, and that he does not go all out for the win in the tough games. Out of all of the top teams in Spain, Real has only beaten Sevilla, and they have tied against the rest. For me, the most frustrating tie has to be El Clasico. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Barca wasn't able to continue their yearly 6-point collection in this fixture, but I feel that if Zidane started Vinicius, Rodrigo, and played Isco instead of Cruz in the midfield, Real would have been too much for Barca to handle. My main issue is that Zidane played this game too safe, especially when he decided to use Bale, who has not scored all season at that point, instead of Rodrigo, who is the second highest scorer in the squad, and still is till this point. In the beginning of the season, there were lots of doubts about Real Madrid and Zidane, Now that we are just past the midway point, I would say Madrid have performed much better than most people would have expected, despite only having one player score more than 10 goals. The team seems to be able to handle most of the teams they come up against, even though the team's performances still does not seem that convincing, but the improvements are there, and it will take some more time before Madrid can look to challenge for the Champions League again. Personally, I do not think Zidane is the best manager for Real Madrid, but I think that because the club is in a rebuilding phase, we are going to see just how good he really is with the team selection, transfers, and most importantly, tactics. So I am willing to be patient. So guys, those are my opinions on Real Madrid so far this season. So basically, I like that they've improved, and I like that they're rotating the squad a lot more, but I still feel like there is some more work to do. I do feel like the Champions League performance needs to improve. I feel like some players like Luka Jovic should be used a lot more because Benzema is getting old, and we do need to see a suitable replacement for him. Also, I would like to see Rodrigo become a more regular starter, and as well as Areola and Isco. I feel like those players should also start a bit more, and Zidane should be a bit more, have his team play a bit more aggressive, because I feel like Madrid is just lacking some of that aggression in some of their games. But that's just me. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I know not everyone agrees with my opinions, but they are just my opinions. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy. This has been the NJB, and I'm going to try and make more videos more consistently, seeing I do not have school coming up for this upcoming semester. So I should be building a lot more videos on this channel and on my other channel. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.